Hello and good evening, guys. How's it going? Welcome to Football Fan Den. Today, obviously, doing a bit of a short notice stream. I've come home from work and discovered that Steven Gerrard has moved to Aston Villa. So we've got my very good friend JD from IMAX It Football joining me to obviously help have some debate on this, to give us his thoughts, and also to bring another aspect to the channel, guys, because as some of you know that have been supporting the channel for quite a while, you will already be aware that I have a working friendship with JD, IMAX It Football. We help each other when we can. So get over there, check out his channel, drop a sub, hit the like button, and obviously do all that good stuff because, like I say, he's a good mate and he's helping me as well, guys. He's helping me learn because he's got a lot more experience on YouTube than I have. But like I say, very good friend, helps me out. So obviously, as you guys know, that I do try to be a team player. So go and show IMAX It Football some support on his channel. But yeah, guys, we are here today to talk about Steven Gerrard moving to Aston Villa. Obviously, I've got my own opinion on it. I will share that with you very shortly. But you guys have also got your opinions. So I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what your thoughts are. Do you think this is good, bad, stupid? Do you think it's good for the players? Do you think players are going to embrace it? I want to hear all your thoughts on it. Obviously, we're going to go to JD and introduce JD to the show. Let him say hello and give us his initial thoughts on what's going on. But yeah, guys, drop your comments in, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. It'd be very much appreciated. But yeah, we want to hear from you guys. That's why I do these live streams, so that you guys can have your opinion on what is going on in the football world. So welcome to the show, JD. Thank you very much for joining me. I want to hear your thoughts on, obviously, what do you making of Steven Gerrard moving to Aston Villa?
Good day, guys. Thanks for having me, Fanden. Well, I thought it was a little bit different than what you made of it still. But once you said it let me look at it a little bit different. But I think he has done well enough at the Rangers to build himself or build his confidence. So he believed that he could have took on a different challenge. And tell you what, players did it all the while. So I thought that I think he just looked at it and said, okay, I did something what hasn't been done for a long while in the Rangers camp. So I think I've done enough now, and I can just utilize that experience that I had and just move on with it and see if I can improve myself, because my true destiny might be Liverpool, but I want to make sure I get enough tests under every single circumstances before I go out and get the Liverpool job and it turns out like a Frank Lampard or something. You understand me? So those are the things, those are the lines I was looking at. But you showed me something different and said you don't like the fact that people going that route, and changing so fast rather than sitting out and doing certain things. So in my opinion, I think it's okay, and it's a next stage of his building. Is building up. That's how I look at it. Still, maybe I'm wrong.
No, you're entitled to your opinion, mate. You're entitled to your opinion. If you guys are wondering what JD's referring to, obviously he did a live stream just before I set up my live stream, just before we started this live stream. He's doing a live stream on his channel with regards to Steven Gerrard and Bailey, obviously being a Jamaican player, and JD's big Manchester City fan, if you didn't know, and also a big Jamaican fan. Very passionate.
They know this. They saw my main moots. My Tom, they saw my Tom and my cheers, so they know what I represent, Yeah,
but maybe since you last on the show, mate, maybe I've got a few new fans following the channel, so they might not know that you are a Man City fan. So I just wanted to make, but obviously JD is a Man City fan, but he loves all football. He's like me, guys. He loves all football. But anyway, back to the point what I was trying to make. I joined, JD was good enough to have me on his show before I came and did my live stream, and he was asking my opinion on it, and as you can see in the title on the description for the channel today's show, guys, I think that this is a bad move. I think that it's a bad move for Steven Gerrard because I don't think he's ready for to manage a club the size of not the size of Aston Villa. It's not the size of Aston Villa. It's the expectation that is going to come with the Villa job. I don't think he's ready for that yet. I think that this could be very similar to what we've seen with Frank Lampard, where he's jumping in with both feet, taking on too much too soon. Now, the reason I'm pointing this out, guys, is because, one, I'm a bit frustrated for Scotland fans. I really am frustrated for Rangers fans, Scotland fans, because I believe he went up to Rangers to do a project. He said that when he started at Rangers. I'm here to work with Rangers to help continue their project to rebuild after all what had happened in the previous years before he came. And I think he should have stuck that project out at least until the end of this season, and then maybe considered moving to the Premier League. Because JD pointed it out before, it's a big opportunity for him to take, and I agree. And it's very difficult for any manager to say no to this kind of opportunity. But I think, as I pointed out to JD earlier, I think that the opportunity was coming anyway. So it doesn't matter whether it's coming now or it comes in the summer or it comes in 18 months' time. I think that the opportunity for Steven Gerrard to manage a Premier League club was coming. He'd been linked with every club that has recently vacated a manager or sacked a manager. Steven Gerrard was linked with them. So for me, I'm disappointed because I thought some of the morals that Steven Gerrard showed as a player, which is one of the things that makes me like Liverpool, is Steven Gerrard. I didn't fall in love with football because of a club. I am a Bolton fan, as most of you guys know. I fell in love with football because I see players like Steven Gerrard, like Kevin Davis, that play with their hearts on their sleeve. They will run for a brick wall for their club. I love that. I am an older guy. Maybe that's why I like to see players wanting to win for their nation, for their club, and giving everything. And Steven Gerrard was like that as a player. So I'm disappointed to see him walk away from Rangers halfway through a season. Well, we're not even halfway through the season, because I think he should have stuck it out till the end of the season and then maybe considered. But what's done is done. Obviously, I wish him well. I do wish him well. But I'm right now. I'm obviously the news just coming out. I'm more disappointed for Rangers fans than I am to be excited about what he's going to do for Villa. What do you make of that, JD? And guys, I will come to your comments in a minute. Obviously, I'm just giving my initial thoughts and getting JD's initial thoughts. But what do you make of what I've just said, mate?
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, but as what you said, remember you're just looking at it from the older standpoint, because we are around football so long, but football have actually changed massively in that little time that we are talking about, 10, 15, 20 years. You know, those things don't work anymore. A man that believed that if I had a bad season, they were going to sack me anyway. So tell you what, no, this is my time to get something on my CV and get my revolution, my generational respect and wealth as well. So let me just make this move and let me see if I can get myself closer to this Liverpool job or closer to a bigger job. So that's what I'm going to do now, because I've done almost everything and I don't think I have much more to do. So and I think Rangers can't say anything because he has done what I've asked of him as well. So I think they have to just go back to the drawing table and get a manager that can replicate what he did, because they're in a good position. They have one of our player there, which is Kemar Roof, a very talented lad. You understand me? So they just need to get someone that has the best thing, want the best for the club, and just build from there and just try and sell off some of these players, get some more money in, and then get the consistency and the stability in. And I think everything can change. What he has done for the club, I think it's actually one of the best things. So him not being there, I think might just help the club bigger, because now they can literally try and sell players now because of the older regime, and they might not fit the next mold of manager coming in and get more revenue in. So it's deeper than what you said. This can turn out to be the positive of Rangers rather than the negative. You understand me? Because that's how football market goes, and that's how managerial thing goes, because every manager has their sets of players, and that's the whole situation. So you can look at it from that standpoint as well and realize that, oh, it might not be so bad. He has done for them already something that pretty much hasn't been done before, or not on a consistent basis. And then now he left a patch of players that market value risen. So that in itself showcase it's a big help rather than a big loss, in my opinion. You know, that's how I look at it still, you know, the positive side.
Yeah, you make a good point, but obviously I'm trying to look at it from Scotland fans' point of view, and the Scotland fans are going to look at it as disappointing because the Scottish League, when Steven Gerrard moved to Rangers and Brendan Rodgers was still in charge of Celtic, because Brendan Rodgers had been Steven Gerrard's manager at Liverpool, it kind of it brought an extra interest from outside fans to Scottish football, and Scottish football needs that. It desperately needs that. It's a league that you probably know yourself, mate. You know the Belgian league. You know,
yes, of course.
Yeah,
me and you did a stream.
But the Belgian league is in the shadows of the Bundesliga and the Premier League. It's in the shadows because of them two leagues. The Scottish Premiership is in the same situation. They are in the shadow constantly because their next door neighbours, so to speak, the Premier League, are so high profile and so big that it's strangling this league to the point where it can't improve. And it's not just the Premier League contributing to that. It's the people running the FPFL as well. So the point was that Steven Gerrard being at Rangers was, you are right in he might have helped improve the value of some of the players, but Rangers fans don't want to hear that. They want to hear that their club is building for the future. They not so long ago, before they ended up at the bottom in League 3 in Scotland, they was in a Europa League final.
So, but not cutting out. But look how you look at it. Then they are not looking at that, looking at it this way. So they want instant success, and then at the same time, the manager should not want instant success as well, or want to move to greener pastures if he completes what he's doing. So no one can win. No one can win then.
Right, all right, fair enough. I take on board what you say.
Because this man gives you everything. He gives you a club in a very good position, players rated highly, and you have won what you wanted for so long. And they are going to tell me that the guy should not. No, I'm funding. I have to be honest. I don't know what the chat says. Chat, let me know what your takes on it. Let me know if I am looking at it too wrong. Because maybe.
You are right, but what I'm touching on is that you're looking at it that way, and I take on board what you're saying, and you're right to a certain extent, but I would point one fault in what you're saying. You're talking about Aston Villa as greener pastures. It might not be greener pastures, mate. It could go wrong as soon as he walks through the door. It could start. We've seen the likes of other managers crumble, move to a big club and crumble. The list of managers that have moved from what is seen as a lesser club or a club in a lesser league, moved to one of the bigger clubs in the Premier League and crumble under the pressure.
What happened when he was going to Rangers? I remember very good. No one thought he could have done the job.
I did.
No, that's you. That's you out of the 1 billion. Because everyone was saying, he's not ready for this job as yet. And remember, we were here talking about it as well. I think we talked about it on one of the streams. Yes.
You might be right, but the Rangers, I thought he would go there and do a good job. And most of the Rangers fans thought he was going to go there and do a good job. Because if there wasn't, why did he get the reception he did when he went there?
Because he's a legend. The guy is a legend. So it's easy for him to get the reception because that's just based on what he did as a footballer, not what he's going to do. That's a big difference. But yes, so I think that can be a false sense of security because the individual is a very much famous individual. So it was easy for him to get that big praise because, for instance, not going to get Jamaica in the conversation, but if he's coming to Jamaica, oh my God, Steven Gerrard don't have to coach one day in Jamaica to become an instant success because Steven Gerrard was on a lot of people's poster, including mine. back in the days. So the Steve Gerrard is a very talented individual. You know, so I don't think that side comes to the side you're looking at it from, saying that it's because people believed in him. No. No one believed in him. It's because it's him. Why they are just doing it? You know, no, I don't think they believed in him. I thought that they just liked him. And it turns out he's a very good manager. He makes subs at the right time. He tinkle with things good. Because look, when we were actually watching Antwerp versus Rangers, remember watch it on the channel, right? After Antwerp defeated Tottenham, I know a lot of people would say Tottenham is just a average club, which that's not true. They have top class ballers on it, but they just have some bad things going on. But they defeated Tottenham, and then Rangers pull very good plugs in the changes. Remember we were talking the right times and everything. He brought on the right players. So for me, I think he's way better than what people gave him credit for at the start, and he has improved, and he can take it to a next level now. That's what I believe, and I think he's going to do it.
You are right, but let's be fair, mate. He's high profile as a player, and maybe fans and maybe pundits are overlooking how good he is as a coach, because I don't feel that he's got enough experience for people to really. He's not got enough experience as a manager. He's got plenty of experience as a player and maybe even as an assistant coach. But as an actual manager, he hasn't got enough experience to be classed as great yet or anything like that.
But you don't need to be classed as great to reach to Aston Villa. You understand? You have to be an okay manager.
The point what I'm trying to get at is I'm looking at it is, look at the way Premier League clubs are treating managers. We've just seen that Tottenham has just hired Nuno and sacked him in 10 games, however many games. When he was at Wolves, his rating was going up and up and up. Nobody could say enough good things about him.
That is fair, but look, it's the power of the media. Look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. What has he done? But every time Gary Neville comes out, I'm not going to mention Ollie's name like he's Voldemort or something. He can't mention his name. And all of a sudden, because they're backing him, he keeps being in the job. So I think it's going to be the same thing with Gerrard. He's going to get enough time to do what he wants and do good enough to get himself in a next managerial job or get himself an additional contract. Players that are so big time, they make sure it works. And they themselves are going to get, even if he has to get 5 players from loan from Liverpool, he's going to get it. You know why? Because he's a legend. You get me? They command different things. I can tell you, it's not going to be a failure. It's going to be much more of a success than what you think.
I'm not saying it's going to be a failure. I'm just saying it's a gamble. I'm just saying it is a gamble because it could go wrong. Do you know what I mean?
It was a gamble for him to go to Rangers rather than Liverpool. I don't know if fans will agree with me on that. It's a lesser gamble now going to Aston Villa than when he went to Rangers.
No, I'm sorry. No, I think it was.
I think you don't know the quality of the players that Rangers are.
Because I think he's gone to Rangers and his profile's gone up.
Yes, I know. We know about his profile, but I'm saying the qualities of players he's picking up right now, 2-3 additions that he can bring in with his star power will take it to a different level. Believe me. Remember when I told people about what he's going to do at Chelsea, and Lampard can go about his business because he was not the best manager. I know Joaquin is in the chat and he's going to complain, but I have to talk the truth. I don't think he was tactically good enough to run the team. And once what's his name again? Thomas Tuchel came in, he showcased exactly what I was saying. The Premier League is still a physical league. So if you bring more tactical noise to it still will be evolved.
Let me just ask you, right? So all right, so you're saying he wasn't tactical thing. Do you think, I get what you're saying and you make a good point, but can we put it on another angle? Do you think that maybe he possibly has got the tactical knowledge, but he froze under the pressure? That maybe he was too scared to make the changes in case it made it worse. because once it starts going wrong, if you're not confident as a new manager, as say for example, we know for example that Jose Mourinho, he don't care what anybody thinks. If he decides he's going to make a change on the pitch, he's going to make the change on the pitch, and he don't care how much the press criticise him for it. But that's the point. Lampard is experienced enough in English football to know that if he makes a change and it goes wrong, the press are going to jump on him, and that could lose him his job. So obviously I take on board what you're saying. I'm just trying to put it on another spin.
Yeah,
do you think maybe he froze and that the pressure made him panic and he was too scared to make them decisions, to the tactical decisions?
Yes, but that's a part of the sport, and that's why you go to the lower levels, get enough experience. So when you turn up, even though it's not going to be the same experience, but at least you have some experience to call upon. Lampard came into this business, never had nothing, and because he came in on the back half of them being suspended, I thought that he should have used that to get enough experience and know how to get it done, because you get a free hit season. You understand me? Yes, so I think he froze.
Is there such a thing as a free hit season?
Yeah, he got a free hit season. Yes, they weren't the best in that season. Remember, they didn't have to win the league. When Chelsea comes in the league, they are planning to win it. Or be second at least. And do something in the Champions League. They weren't in the Champions League and they weren't in any title race, and everyone was saying, "Oh, top 4 is good enough. Lampard will get 90 to be finish top 4," and that's exactly what happened. So I just think he got a free season, and people wrote like checked it out too much and looked behind it too much. You understand me? Yes. So that's the situation, man. But yep, I don't want to draw the show too much before you get to the comment section. So just answer to your comments and then we can continue.
Yeah, no worries, Matt. I was just going to say, I've got to some comments, see what the guys are saying in the chat. Ryan Griff, how's it going, mate? Not spoke to you for quite a while, and I'm not sure what you're meaning by that comment, mate, but I will certainly drop you a message later on social media to see how it's going. But thanks for dropping in, mate. Aaron Hart, how's it going, mate? Great to have you in the show. I'd love to know your thoughts, obviously, on the Steven Gerrard situation, because you've been a Scotland fan, obviously Dundee fan, but obviously a Dundee and a Man United fan. So I'm sure you've got some interesting opinion. Your thoughts on Steven Gerrard moving from Scotland to England to manage Villa. Aaron saying, cheer up, Stevie G. Oh, what can it mean? Okay, fair enough, mate. John Phillips, thumbs up. Thank you very much. Sorry, John Jones. Thank you very much, John Jones. I'm not sure I'm familiar with your account, mate, but thank you very much for dropping in. Appreciated.
Yeah, man, you can just skip mines them, because I just hear a lot of the people as soon as come in, so you can just skip mines and, just continue. Because I've left a lot of comment because people was putting at beside my name while they're putting at beside your name, right. Because the at sign in YouTube connect to the names. I just learned that last week, Right. I'm so old.
Don't worry, mate. I'm stunned by how much there is to keep learning with all this YouTube and stuff. Aaron saying, how are you guys, mate? I'm all right, mate. Yeah, sorry I haven't been on for the last 2 weeks. It's because last week I wasn't very well, so I didn't really feel up to doing streams when I was quite sniffly and sneezy, so it wouldn't have been the best. Wouldn't have been the best show with me obviously sneezing all the time. But yeah, thanks, mate. I'm doing good. Hope you are doing good as well, Aaron. Thanks, mate. Pebbo Harrison, big up, JD. Obviously, I'm presuming a follower from your channel there, mate. But thank you, Pablo.
Yeah, guys, as in come over to subscribe to Fanden. This is the place to be. We are gonna do a few videos. Obviously, Fanden is a very, very busy man, so it's not every time he's gonna do a stream. But the support, man, please, you guys subscribe over here.
Well, like I said, mate, I'm working to as the audience grows, I will start putting in more and more hours. But as you know, I work full time, so it's making it quite difficult at the minute. But I'm trying, I'm pushing when I can to do as much as I can. I can't unfortunately be able to find enough time to do as much streaming as I would like. But yeah, thanks, mate. Aaron Hart, I think he will actually do really well at Aston Villa. Right, well, cool. This is what I want, guys. Share your opinions because we want to hear your thoughts on the Gerrard situation, because then we can obviously engage in your opinions with JD's thoughts as well and myself. But yeah, Aaron's saying I think he will do actually. I think that's the general feeling in it, that he's going to do well. But I think people that maybe are not understanding where I'm coming from. I've got a few issues with Stevie G going to Villa, and one of the big things that I have got, the big issues I've got, is this: that we have football clubs expecting fans, and a club is about loyalty. It's about a club. It's about a community. And one thing as fans we're all passionate about is loyalty. You question other fans whether they're loyal to the club that they support, and we criticise fans. So are we at the stage now where we've just given up on managers and players showing any kind of loyalty? Don't get me wrong, guys. And obviously, JD, I want your opinion and your thoughts on this. But don't get me wrong, guys. I get that players are going to move. I get that managers are going to move. I've got no problem. But the timing of when they move and how much they move, is it too much to ask these days to ask that players and managers show a certain amount of loyalty, to not just jump ship like Steven Gerrard is doing now? Because I can't say I blame Steven Gerrard when we see things like what happened to Nuno at Tottenham. Because if managers are probably getting the attitude of, well, if a club's going to just, not give me a fair chance, then why should I stay loyal to a club? So obviously for me, I'm frustrated with the lack of loyalty that we're seeing in football from players and managers, but it's also being shown from clubs as well, because clubs are not showing it. What's your thoughts, JD? Do you think it's done? Do you think the days of players and managers and clubs showing loyalty?
The one club. Remember, Stevie G was a one club player as well, a legend of a club, So he's just up to the time. That's all. He's up to the time, and that's what the world is right now. He has done well. It's not a lot of managers did well and left clubs. So at least he did well when he's leaving the club. So at least that's a good way to leave the club, I would say. I truly believe that we are reading way too much into this. I think they are going to be very much okay, which is Rangers, and they are going to benefit from him even leaving the club at this moment. It might sound weird, but they are going to benefit because the next manager will come in and he will ship out players with high value and bring back more money in and bring back even more players in right now. So I think he has done them a very good service. Whether or not you don't want to agree, I don't care. I am telling you, he's going to do good.
I'm not saying he's not going to do good, but
they are going to do good as well too. I'm telling you.
I'm going to point something out to you. If players playing under Steven Gerrard at Rangers weren't attracting interest from big clubs while he was there, then I see very unlikely that Rangers are going to attract and sell any of them players for big money now after he goes. And plus, sorry, can I just point this out? Plus, because the money in Scotland is so poor, because the clubs struggle financially, and they really do struggle, an element of them players that have come to Rangers while he's been there have been loan players. He's actually been loaning players from Liverpool and Premier League clubs that he's got a good relationship with, young development. So come the end of the season, or even in January, because Steven Gerrard has left, come January, if some of them players are on loan at Rangers till the end of the season, come January, then Premier League clubs might terminate them loan deals because Steven Gerrard isn't there anymore. So I get what you're saying, that they could benefit by selling a couple of players, but it could also have the opposite effect as well, because it was attracting a few younger players through the fact.
Good point. You planned that on out. Good point. All right, I'm not going to argue on that. Good point.
It's not an argument, JD. It's just I'm just chucking it in a different part.
You said a good point. I can't refute that, and I've just said, okay, good point. All right. Yeah.
But no, I take on board what you're saying. There may be one or two players at Rangers that might get good market value, like you say, and they might be able to sell them players and reinvest. That might be a possibility. But at the same time, it's about getting the right manager in to replace him. And they were expecting To be honest, mate, actually thinking about it, Rangers should have been planning to lose him because the interest he's been linked with jobs in Premier League since last season. So they should have been planning to replace him, really. So, maybe that's an aspect that I'm not looking at anyway.
Yeah, but I think they were actually planning. He didn't just go in on one day and said he's going to leave the club. I think he told him in advance, and he remember, they signed. Remember, it's a big deal before he came to the club. They have to sign certain. They have to sign certain things in his clause. Because they know if he come and do well, he's going to be off to Liverpool. Because even before he signed, there were Liverpool talks at that point. Even though Jurgen Klopp and those guys were there and doing his thing, there were still talks there. So that means people knew that he was going to evolve over time. So I think they would have signed clause to make sure he told them in advance when he's going to leave, and they both of them have to come together and work it out. So I think that's how it went, and not the other way around. Like he just ghosted them and left to somewhere else. I don't believe so. I think, okay.
Well, yeah, you might be right, but I'm also worried about the fact that if we keep chucking young managers into these big, high-profile jobs, it could damage them in the future. Because you've just pointed out that maybe some people was looking at Lampard as I was anyway. I was looking at Lampard until he went to Chelsea. I was looking at Lampard in the same way. I thought he was developing and improving as a manager. He was learning at Derby. He was in the right place and then moving to Chelsea. As soon as it happened, I thought it was a bad idea for this exact same reason. And we've seen it, as your friend, your mate here is pointing out. I don't know if he's getting at the same point, but he has.
No, he's just fighting because he's a Liverpool fan and he wants to sell his manager over the top great. No, that's. Yeah.
Well, I'm not. I'm just picking up on the point that he's pointing out Arteta.
Yes, Arteta continue. Arteta is better than Lampard. He doesn't. I don't believe him. Arteta is better than Lampard.
I'm not pointing out whether he's better than Lampard or Gerrard at all. All I'm pointing out is these are ex-players of the same generation.
Yes,
and Arteta was developing nicely at Man City as an assistant coach, and he's gone to Arsenal now, and he's under immense pressure. He's won a trophy. Mm-hmm. Now, all right, it's not the best trophy, but he still won a trophy. And yet, as soon as he has a couple of bad results, Arsenal fans want him getting the sack.
Yeah, it's just the new era. People have social media running the world.
But I don't like that era, mate. That's wrong.
You can't be on YouTube telling people that they don't like this era. You sound like me.
I don't like it because these are players that if you can't get an ex-player that has played for your club doing well and fans backing him and giving him a fair chance, then what hope is there for the future of football management? We're just going to end up in this roller coaster of bring a manager in as soon as he starts losing a few games, sack him, pay him out, bring in the next manager, wait till he has a bad run, sack him, bring in the next manager. And I don't get that, mate, because I must point out one point. League One, League Two and Championship clubs, and probably clubs in Belgium, probably clubs in Poland, clubs in other leagues that don't have the big finances. They don't have that option. They can't just sack managers left, right and centre because they have to consider the financial aspect of it. Whereas Premier League clubs don't have to consider the financial aspect of it because they can afford to do it. But yet, the mainstream media is pushing this agenda of it's okay to have a sack race. It's okay. Let's guess which manager is going to get sacked first this season. And fans are going along with it. I don't understand that. Because as fans, we want loyalty. We want players to show an element of loyalty to our club. We know it's not going to be permanent, but when you're wearing that shirt, we want to see an element of effort and commitment and a bit of loyalty to the badge and to the shirt. Are we not being unfair if clubs are not showing that same loyalty or an element of that loyalty to managers? and then we end up with this scenario where managers don't care, and then they show no loyalty in return. And we have them, and the reason I'm pointing this out is because I'm asking it and I'm highlighting it because of this managerial merry-go-round that we keep seeing at the start of every season. We get the start of every season and we get a month or two into it, and then suddenly it's the sack race. And it's becoming more entertaining than the actual football.
Well, it's a part of the selling, the selling side towards the Premier League. So everything it's just there for a reason. And right now he leaves, and I just think Rangers have to just get rid of it and let's try to see if they can get someone in and we just roll the ball again and try to go again because they're in a better position right now than before. They can compete with Celtic. That is the main thing. So if an ex-coach come in that's hungry enough to pull the guys them up, they're going to go on and push Celtic for at least the next 2 years. And then if the guy is good enough, he's going to put something into them that push it to 3-4 years, and then they become a constant threat. You get me? Because belief drive more success. So
I have no doubt that Rangers will continue to improve, but I don't think it'll be immediate. I think him leaving might mean that they have a bit of a poor season. They might drop off. But there's players in that squad that might sulk, mate, because there is a couple of players in that squad that are like that. Morales is that kind of player. He might just sulk now because he was asking for a move in the summer and didn't get one. And the manager asked him to stay for another year, if I'm remembering correctly. Give us another year and then we'll let you go. And then the manager goes. So this is what I mean. There's so many different aspects to take into account of this. But I'd love to hear what some Scotland fans, if there's any Scotland fans in the chat, let us know your thoughts because we'd love to hear your thoughts on it. JD's made some fantastic points. Obviously, he's maybe this is good because he's more focused at the minute on looking at the positives for Aston Villa.
Yes, of course. You can't say it like that. You want to say, because I have so much interest in Aston Villa because of Leon Bailey.
I'm just pointing it out. That
you're a good salesman. You're a good salesman.
No, you're looking at it because you're looking at it from the Aston Villa aspect. But obviously, because I'm Football Fan Den UK, and I try to be
here he comes again.
I try to be respectful to both leagues, to both Scotland and England's English leagues. So I'm trying to also look at it, and maybe looking at it too much from Rangers' point of view. But I do think it could be. I'm just concerned that it could go wrong for Steven Gerrard, and he could end up in the same situation as Lampard and Arteta.
No, he's better than Gerrard. He's better than Gerrard. And he's not going to end up that way. The guy is going to do good. Believe me, he's going to left it with his CV upgraded again. And Rangers will do good yet again. Guys, please smash the like button as you come in, man. And let me see if we can pass 30 or so likes. All right?
Yep, guys, that would be much appreciated. Do consider hitting that like button.
Yeah, man. Fanden forgot to tell people to hit the like button, remember, so Fanden is an old school person, You're just like myself, So sometimes we forget things, So you have to just support it, and he's going to get better. Because the newer generation fan then is like when you put them comment, you have to respond to their comment, and keep them engaged and stuff. So that's what they want, to keep their argument going. But we are old, even though people said I'm young. I'm getting old.
I know it's a fair point. I'll be honest, because I'm still learning. I'm quite good at keeping up with the comments when I'm on a live stream on my own. But when I get anybody on, I tend to struggle a little bit with it. But you're spot on, mate. I do need to make the effort to keep the fans involved. So we'll see what they're saying. Jackie and Guzman, IMAX it football.
Yeah, he's just fighting with me. Right. Because through the Lampard, he wants to force me to tell him that Lampard is better than the other guys. But no, it was not the case. The other guys did better than him. So I'm not going to give him any false credit. Don't care if he's upset.
Scott Morton is saying Lampard managed Chelsea, not Villa. Only expectation is to stay in the league.
Oh, God. Why don't you have to get so offensive? The guy got sacked because he wasn't good enough. Honest, you guys still picking up for him? Oh my God, this is great. Wow.
I don't think. I think that it was just a bad move for Lampard.
Oh, here goes though, picking up.
No, I mean when he went to Chelsea, I've just told you that at the beginning. I said I think he was developing okay at Derby, and then he was obviously never going to refuse the Chelsea job. And I think Chelsea have kind of they're the ones that was a bit out of order to even have considered him as the manager because he wasn't ready for it.
That's what I said at the start. I said they set him up.
But that doesn't make him a bad manager, though.
No, but I know. But I'm fighting on the internet, Fanden, with people in the chat. So I have to say things because they're saying things. Because if they went back to my older video, I said they set him up because they gave him 1 year in which they knew that they couldn't do anything. And then he overachieved, and then they waited until a next man free. And as soon as he was free, you just saw, and he lost that embarrassing game against Arsenal when Arsenal just running from the first minute to the last, and then everything just went down the drain, you know. So I was watching his downfall, you know, and I wasn't happy, you know. I wasn't happy, but it is what it is. I'm very sorry.
No, right. No, I actually, what you've just said, I totally agree with that. But obviously, I also got the impression you're thinking that Lampard isn't a great isn't a good manager.
No, he needs more time. He needs more time. You know, he needs more time. That's all I'm saying.
These guys respect that because they're basically JD saying he's not.
They're going to fight the
article. He's not the finished article. He's not.
They're going to fight the interview. They're not going to stop. You don't know how much we fight on my channel. Oh my God.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. But I'm just saying that respect for that because you're not saying he's just a bad manager. You're just saying he's not a great man. He's not developed enough. Basically,
yes.
He's not got enough experience, and I totally agree with that because I thought myself when he got the Chelsea job, I thought it was a bad move, and I knew he wasn't going to say no because he loves Chelsea. But it was stupid. He should have said no. You know, and Chelsea shouldn't have even asked him. But like you just said, they kind of set him up. They kind of set him up because they had a transfer embargo.
Yes. We can't say they shouldn't ask him. They saw the situation in which they can get a boost and sell jerseys at the same time. So they keep that and just use it for the year. I think a lot of people touch on it. But remember, football is life, you know, and football has to go on. So they sacked him, and from Thomas Tuchel came in and they start winning game. I think that was it, you know, because the wins Lampard was forgotten in like 2 weeks because Chelsea does.
That's a fair point. Yeah, you're right, mate. Let's get a few of these comments, guys. Please do consider hitting that like button. JD, put your link in, guys. JD's doing a show later on his channel. What are you discussing on the show, mate?
I'm gonna do the preview for Jamaica vs El Salvador in the CONCACAF region.
Right, well, guys, even if you're not a Jamaican fan, go and show JD some support because, he does content about the Jamaican team, but he does Premier League content and he has great debates about about international football and about Premier League football and general European football as well. So definitely go over there and show some support, guys, because like I say, even if he's doing Jamaican football and you're not particularly interested in that, there's plenty of other good stuff he does on his channel that might grab your interest. So go on.
I'm coming back into the English contents as well. The second channel, the WeMaxi channel, we are going to do a lot of work over there. So
but I'm just pointing out to the guys that might not know that you're mixing it up. You do Jamaican content because obviously Jamaican national team, but you also do plenty of European content and obviously English Premier League content and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to give the guys an idea because they might go to your channel, JD, and see a Jamaican video and be not interested in Jamaican football, and that initially puts them off because they're not looking at the fact that the other videos that show or your other streams that show you're mixing it up. Do you get it? Because but sometimes people don't always read. They just look at the first video and see that, and that's what he does. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but I think once they come over there, some of them knew me for a long time, and you remember we do a lot of video from both channels, you know. So even when I was actually doing Barnsley and stuff, we're doing Championship and everything. So we did a lot of video together. So a lot of our subscribers are mixed and stuff, you know. So I think they are gonna like the content, you know. At least the WeMaxi channel will come closer to your channel. So hopefully we can send subscribers over there, so at least they get English contents on a regular.
Yeah, well, there you go, guys. Like I say, JD's a good mate and always trying to help me. So obviously, you guys that follow my channel, definitely go and show him some support because, like I say, he's a top guy. And one thing I love about JD, we might have our differences of opinion, but he is a team player. So definitely go over there and show some support. Please,
yes, we are not going to agree. You're not going to force me into agreeing. The great Steven Gerrard, huh? Worst Bailey there now. Of course, Steven Gerrard will love Bailey, so that increased my interest.
Fair enough.
No, Aston Villa matches every week, guys. Every week, Aston Villa matches now.
Well, there you go, guys. So plenty of Villa content coming on IMAX It Football. Woon. I'm pronouncing that.
But he's English as well, you know? He's English.
How do you pronounce that?
Woon.
Right,
yes, he's Jamaican English as well. Yeah.
Right, fair enough. Right, big up football fan and IMAX. Big up yourself, mate. Thank you very much. Appreciate you coming, getting involved massively. Appreciate you coming and showing some support. I really appreciate that. I know you're a big follower on IMAX It Football, so thanks for coming over, mate, and getting involved. Really is appreciated. And obviously, IMAX It Football there showing you some appreciation as well. J Russ, up JD football fan then. Win as well. Thanks, J Russ. Appreciate it.
Yeah, got that one right. J Russ. Yeah, J Russ is one of my friends, you know?
Yeah, cool. William Cahill. I'm a Rangers fan. He's been great for Rangers, so good luck to him, but the timing of the move has disappointed a lot of supporters. Well, that's kind of what I was touching on, because I know that Rangers fans would all probably admit that they expected that at some point a Premier League club was going to come and steal him. I think most of them was acceptant to that one the day he walked through the door. But like they say, like I know how I'm going off a little bit of how the Celtic fans reacted to Brendan Rodgers going to Leicester. It wasn't appreciated. It wasn't the fact that he'd gone to Leicester. They just didn't appreciate the timing. It was bad timing, and it's kind of like I think the Scottish fans feel it's disrespecting their league that a manager will leave the club as soon as a Premier League club comes knocking. And I think that's the frustrating thing for most Scotland fans. And like I say, I wish Steven Gerrard, I'm a massive fan of Steven Gerrard as a guy, because I respect him so much for his playing career. I am just disappointed in this one, because for me, I've no problem with him going to Villa, and I wish him the best. I just think I've got to be standing with the Rangers fans. I think the timing's really poor, really poor. And Brendan Rodgers did exactly the same thing last season with Celtic. He left at a really poor time, just as you're building momentum in the first quarter of the season, building for the second half of the season, and you get that momentum heading in the right direction, and then suddenly you jump ship. It leaves a bitter taste in the fans' mouths.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, thank you, William Cahill. I appreciate that, mate. At least I'm glad to hear that you wish him well, because obviously I know that there probably is an element of Rangers fans that are really cussing him right now. Obviously, being familiar with how some fans can be.
Giovanni Brankhurst has favored to replace him. Okay, see, that's I think that's a Dutch individual, so that would be very good. Yet again, so that's why I say they should not worry, because you have good replacements at that level in football to replace him and do well. Yeah. That's
a good shout. I don't know a lot about him. Do you know a lot about him?
Yes, man. He's Van Bronckhorst. He's definitely the Dutch. I think he has one of the best goals ever scored in the World Cup. Guys, I think it's him, same one. Yes, when he kicked it from like around 9 million yards, and he jumped in the back of the net. So yes, of course.
Here's one for you, JD, because I think this might be one that I'm a bit late with responding to our earlier debate. Maybe we don't want the club to sell our best players. That's coming from a Rangers fan.
Oh, okay. Well. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because that showcased that what Fandin was actually saying has legs as well. You get me? So I'm glad that I'm hearing from the Rangers fans as well. But I was just saying that what he brought to the club, it enlightened the club a little bit more, and it has more values now. So someone else at a similar level to Gerrard would want to come there and coach. So him himself build the club up so much, it give it that extra oomph to go on and do better things. So they have to just pull their strings better in the future, and then they can easily well do something greater. So what I'm trying to say is they are better now than before. Simple.
Oh yeah, you're right there, mate. They've got
Yeah.
a better squad than they had when he came in. They've definitely. But the question is, can they hold? I don't know. Rangers fans would know better than me. I don't know how many of them. I do know that Gerrard was working some magic, bringing in young talent from Premier League clubs. You know that can like play like for example, obviously that some of the players like Chelsea, we know they've got a lot of youngsters that they're trying to get football game time. And Steven Gerrard, because he's well known throughout the Premier League, was managing to do quite. And I know the first season he went in, I think he got about 4 or 5 Liverpool youngsters in on loan. Do you get what I mean? So, but I don't know, Rangers fans. If you're in the chat, let us know how many players at Rangers are on permanent contracts. Is it a high percentage, or is it 50-50 with loan players? Because I do know that. You're probably more familiar with this, JD, with the Championship. You know that a lot of the Championships have the balance of their squad of having an element of their players what they own, but then trying to top up the quality with a few loan players from the Premier League. Do you get what I mean?
Yes, of course. That's the best way to do it, because remember, you have to balance the budget as well. And remember, when you loan out a player from your club that is not as capable to go up to the level, you put them down to League One and League Two, or even in the other leagues them. So that means you pay maybe you start from quarter of their salary up to half, and the club that's taking them have to pay the additional. You get me? So those are the things that they do. So if you have 7-8 players that are not up to par, but they want to be in the big squad, you take them, loan them out, and then keep the budget of bigger money to push for the Premier League. But those are for clubs that trying to target success now. They loan out almost everyone, and then take that additional half of the money for the individuals and to chunk up the big stars and to keep them at the club. You know, because it's half top heavy in the Championship, and half maybe loanies are half slighter wage. So it's always unbalanced. That's why most of the times when the clubs them come up in the Premier League, majority of the time they go down. So now, because you have the $120 million incentive, it makes it much more easier, because they can just buy the 4, 5, 6 additional players and everything change. You know, so the Championship has really become a star league now to stay up in the Premier League. So that's the worst thing. But before, it was a struggle because that TV rights money weren't there. So it was always off-balance team, and then they have to go back down majority of the time. But now, clubs that's coming up, I think it's like just over 55% chance for them to go back down. They are good enough to stay in, because they can just buy 4 or 5 players to put with their 4 or 5 starters, and then have a capable bench to really attack and try their best. Look at Brentford. Brentford came up, and Brentford weren't the best team in the Championship that year, but yet still they picked and they picked smart. You understand me? Analytically and stuff. And it works out for them, because they are looking very much calm and can do even great things in the future, in my opinion, still.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah. JD, do you want to drop the link in for your show later?
Yeah, but because I was talking, you said you're going to go and I said I'm going to come and stay the hour with you. But you don't even read the people in comments, the amount of comments in the chat, and you're not reading it.
Yeah, because we keep talking, mate. We keep talking.
Sorry, I'm going to shut up then.
William Cale is saying, we signed Ken on loan, then bought him. Same with Defoe. We don't have a single first-team regular who's been loaned from another club at the moment, so that narrative is false.
Okay.
Fair enough, yeah. Like I said,
but that means you're correct. They loaned them first and then bought them based on performances. Yes, so yeah, I get you.
Yeah, well, they have no choice but to do that, mate, because that's. I think that there's an element of that being done because Rangers are trying to reduce the risk of buying the wrong players because they don't have the money to waste.
Mm-hmm.
They can't like we see, for example, Premier League clubs can. Well, we've seen it. We didn't. A perfect example is Andy Carroll at Liverpool a few years back, mate. They took a big gamble and he turned out to be a big flop. Do you know what I mean? So, you can't. Scottish clubs just can't afford to do that, unfortunately. But yeah, that's a fair point. Will Cale obviously responding to our comments earlier. Woo is saying most of the players are theirs. Aribo, Kent, Morelos, Roof, the whole back four, Lundstein. He's just listing all the players here. I don't think they even have one loan player. Right, well, I know that when Stevie Gerrard come in the first season or two, he was bringing in I remember definitely the first season, he brought in quite a few loan players from Liverpool. But obviously, I don't keep up to date with every club through every minute of every month, if you like. So if Rangers have balanced the squad more with more of their own players, then fair dues. I take that on board. I know that a lot of Scottish clubs do have to do loan players, and I know this, guys, because I post a lot of transfer news in the summer. So I see how many Scottish clubs are doing loan deals and actually compared to buying players. Will Cale is saying, correct, woohoo, we don't have anyone who's on loan at the moment. Right, fair enough. I got that wrong then. My bad. My mistake. Woonwoo is saying, William Cale, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure about the Basie kid because he's quite new, but I guess that means he's not on loan either. You're in a good position. You have a good squad. Well, they do have a good squad, and obviously in a good position. But the question is, will some of them players down tools? That's what I want to know from you guys. Do you think that some of them players at Rangers might suck because Steven Gerrard has left? Do you think it might, depends, doesn't it, kind of thing, whether they buy into the new manager, doesn't it, I suppose? What do you think, JD?
Yeah, I think that's exactly the way. Because some of them, he sold them a dream to come there. But obviously, business has to go on. So some of them have to suck it up and just move on, because that's a part of the harsh reality in football right now, I think that's the exact situation.
Do you expect, here's one we haven't discussed, do you expect, because I know this is something that Rangers will not like, they might accept it, Rangers fan might accept him going, but do you expect that CVG might go back to Rangers in the January transfer window and try and get their better players?
Maybe, but that's more money for Rangers because you said they were struggling to sell players. Well, no, at least he can force money in their pockets.
I wasn't saying they were struggling to sell players. I was just saying there wasn't really any I haven't noticed too many Premier League clubs showing a lot of interest in Rangers players while he was managing them. That's all. But you might be right. They might, now he's gone, they might have thought while Gerrard's there, it's going to be hard to get these players on the cheap or cheaper. And now he's gone, they might think that they can maybe, get the players a bit cheaper, like half a million or two cheaper or something. So maybe you might be right.
Yes, more money will be coming, man. Believe me, more money will be coming. Money will be coming in.
William Cale is staying.
No, I think he's responding to one.
Yeah, Basie has been out since last season. We paid a development fee for him and Leicester. I think I remember that. So those guys talking amongst themselves.
Yeah.
RJ
PUBG.
Big up. Thanks, man.
Struggling with the names, guys. You need to just type a right name, man. Stop with the Jpopg. I do struggle with that name as well. PUBG. Yes.
PUBG. Well, you probably get used to him. You get used to the people you see in the chat.
Yes. He's a lot of people, but believe me, I'm used to them, man. I'm used to a lot of them. Even when some of them don't turn up, you're saying, "Oh, JD, remember that I'm not here." Oh, is that impossible? But yes, I remember, man, because you always remember calling their names and you say, "Oh, I don't see this person today," and stuff. Yeah, that's true.
Well, big up to you, mate. Appreciate you coming, getting involved. William Kale, obviously, I think they're still carrying on.
Yes, in my own one. Yeah.
Obviously, big William Kale. Why might we have a poor season now? We're top of the league by 4 points, still in Europe and in the semi-final of our League Cup. That's coming for a Rangers fight. So fair enough, mate. You know, we're not saying it's gonna. Well, I haven't said, and I don't think JD's definitely been saying.
No. I'm not. It was funding alone going off on that side.
No, you definitely been saying you think it could be good for Rangers.
Yes. That's what I said. Yeah.
Let me finish what I was saying before you criticize me.
No. I would never go to side with funding. No.
I'm just saying,
he's both by himself. Yes,
you've been saying you think it might be good for Rangers. I've been saying it might be bad. So, William Kale, I might. If anybody's wrong, it's going to be me, mate. I'll be the one that's wrong.
Yeah. I never signed up for that one.
One is saying, you guys still talking amongst yourselves there, so I'm gonna just bypass them so that no disrespect, guys. I'm not ignoring you. It's just I'm presuming you're talking amongst yourselves. So obviously,
that's all. I think I know, man. That's all right. Because you can't finish all night before you pass your hour already. You're going too fast. You don't even realize.
It's okay. Well, I normally, mate, when I don't jump on a stream when it's only put on the YouTube for an hour, don't normally. If I do it short notice, don't normally get a massive audience, because normally I've been learning, like you keep saying, I've learned that if you promote the live stream for 24 hours, that definitely helps you get higher views. So obviously I didn't realise that was as important as I have done recently. But no, Castell is saying, what's up, mate? Thanks, mate. Appreciate you coming, getting involved. Let us know your thoughts before we call it a show. And then, guys, probably just give it another 9 minutes. We'll go to 10 past because I think JD has got to get off and get ready for his stream. And plus he wants something to eat before he gets on with his show.
That part is more important.
No, I'm remembering that. So that's no Portsmouth fan. No, if I remember correctly.
Yes, man, that's a friend, man. That he did a video with. I came on.
It is. Yeah, because I've not seen him in the chat before, so I've just seen his profile picture, and that's made me realise I've not seen him in the chat before. So that's why my bad, mate. But thanks for dropping in. No, appreciate that, mate. And let us know your thoughts quickly if you can, mate, before we call the stream and end. What your thoughts on Stevie Gerrard moving to Aston Villa? They're still talking to Mr. William.
You're not gonna get Uno name right.
I'll get it. Okay. The more I see it, the more I'll get it.
Uno, that's your new name. No, I'm gonna call it exactly what I didn't call you in the chat.
No, Castell, nice CONCACAF. Right, so obviously I think they're still talking about themselves. K Maroof. So, yeah, these guys are having a conversation amongst themselves. No, Castell is saying USA v Mexico.
Yes, that will come up soon. Yeah, yes, Bruno, and you're going to be named that now. Woo, your name now, yeah? Woo. Yes. That's what they name now. Everyone will laugh after you. Yes, you just made a joke from them. Believe me. You're gonna let the man get a new name over the channel.
Well, yes, I'm sorry, mate. I'm not good at pronouncing some of the names.
He's English. He will realize. But believe me, Jamaicans don't live down things. Everyone that come over here want to be calling Uno the wrong name.
No, but I haven't got it, mate. I haven't. Unfortunately, I've got a broad Lancashire accent. I'm not very good at Jamaican accent, so I'm not pronouncing it good.
You see, people already in the chat saying this is his new name. Uno, I'm sorry. I never planned this. For the Mexico. Okay, man of God. Okay. Thanks for passing through, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks you guys coming, getting involved from IMAX It Football. Really appreciated. Like I said, guys, going to call it a day in about 5-6 minutes. So if you've got any comments about Stevie G moving, then let us know. And don't forget, guys, please do consider hitting that like button. See if we can hit 20 likes today on today's stream. That would be cool.
20 likes? Guys, so we can get it up to 50 likes.
Well, yeah, that'd be great. But I'm being realistic, mate.
But you can't be realistic. It's already at 30 plus likes.
I can't see that from here because I'm on StreamYard, and so I can't see it.
It's already on 30 plus likes. Guys, let me see if we can get that 35.
Have you put your link in, mate? Put your link in, JD.
No, Stevie, I can't put my link in. That's the problem. I sent it to you on the private chat.
Oh, right. Bear with me a second.
Yes, a long time I sent it to you on the private chat.
Oh, I didn't realise that, mate. Just bear with me a second.
One will hide for 2 days because I'm looking for one to come in first, Then I give him his new name. Watch me and him. One, I am not going to leave it down. That's the new name now. Believe me.
Like I said, mate, I'm just not great at the pronunciationism, if that's the right terminology. I'm trying to find, where's this private chat gone?
I don't know, but that's okay. That's okay. The next stream we can.
Yeah, I just want to share it for you, mate. That's all. I just want.
Yeah, but the next stream is okay, yeah.
Okay. There we go. I've got it.
Okay, your friend saying all I can say about Steven Gerrard, money talks. Okay, so you're following Fanden. Okay. Leave Stevie alone. Stevie's a legend, yeah.
I'm a big fan of Steven Gerrard, and I've always stuck up for him, and I wish him well in Aston Villa, but I've got to be honest, I'm just disappointed, mate. I think it's kind of like he was doing well at Rangers, but he could have gone at the end of the season and still Premier League clubs would have been interested in him. It's not like this was his only opportunity to manage a Premier League club. It might have been his only opportunity to manage Villa. Yeah, I agree with that, but I don't believe it as his only opportunity to manage a Premier League club. I think another opportunity would have come his way. Now I've lost where I was up to in the chat. There we are. But yeah, JD might be right. He might do really well, but it's just like I say. I think I do understand where the Rangers fans are coming from. They've been massively disappointed. I think a lot of Scottish fans have been disappointed, mate, because he was helping. He was helping the profile of Scottish football. The fact that such a high-profile player or ex-player was managing a Scottish Premiership club was helping Scottish football's visibility more.
Yeah, that's what I said. The last time. Yeah, it definitely be a big boost. It's a very big boost.
No, Castle is saying which Jamaica good luck. I think he's saying wish Jamaica good luck.
Yes, I think that's
from LA. Massive respect, Noel. Really appreciated that, mate. If you didn't know, JD, Noel's one of the newest guys I've met on social media. Really,
yes, I saw him. I saw him the last time when I listened.
And he's very much interested in all football, but particularly European football. So I'm sure, obviously, go and check out JD's channel and his Instagram account. I think you'll like some of the stuff that he does over there, mate, on his channel.
Noel is in America, so he knows about the
he's in LA, mate. Yeah, he's in LA.
No problem. No problem, Noel. Whenever you want, you can come on the channel and come say a piece. We are doing a stream tonight. Maybe if you know about USA, you can pass through. He's interested in MLS and all that. Noel saying Jamal Lowe on Jamaica. Yeah, Jamal Lowe. Yes. Jamal Lowe is a good player. Very good player. Jevon Davis, big up, JD. Big up, Javan. Big up. Thank you, Javan Davis. Appreciate you dropping in, mate. Noel Castle, wish Jamaica good luck on this CONCACAF qualification from LA. That's the one. Top man. Thanks for that, mate. Wun is saying it's not. You said it right now. Oh no, he got your name right now. Okay. Oh my God.
It's not just any Premier League club, but a club with a rich owner and a big budget. I do think the timing is disappointing, but the chance could be gone and may not come again if he didn't take it now. Right, well, yeah, that's fair enough, mate. Yeah, that's fair enough. I think the chance would have come with another club. I mean, we already seen him linked with, with Newcastle when their new owners come in, and there's a club that's got richer, potentially the richest owners in the Premier League now. So, like I say, he was doing well at Rangers. So I think he was, as long as he was doing well at Rangers, he was always going to be linked with Premier League clubs. So. It might have been his only opportunity with Villa, but I think another opportunity could have come. But yeah, mate, you are spot on. It's rich owners, big budget, so maybe that's what's tempted him. Woo, he played for Rangers. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he played in a Legends game. And that was obviously, that'll be memorable. That's something definitely memorable for Rangers fans anyway, because he's never played with any other shirt on than a Liverpool shirt that I can remember. Played for Arsenal too, did he? I don't remember Steven Gerrard ever playing for Arsenal.
No, I think he's talking about Van Bronckhorst.
Oh, right. Sorry. My bad. I thought he was talking about Steven Gerrard. Man of God, up, JD.
Thanks for being here, man of God. And who came over and put dislike on our video? What?
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. This is always one.
It can't be from my channel. It can't be
from my channel. I know who it'll be. But
that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry yourself.
I've got to stop.
You can't stop funding. Believe me.
It's
not like 1 year ago. Yeah, it don't work.
Yeah, I know exactly who it is. It's my stalker, Mr. DJ Samuel.
What?
Woo Woo is saying, have I just read that comment? Yeah, he did, but all the players they have are Rangers players, no loans. I remember they had Kent on loan, but signed him permanently after, and they had Ajaria on loan from Liverpool too, but he's gone now. Right, fair enough, mate. Yeah, well, like I say, I hold my hands up, guys. I got it wrong. I thought there was still an element of loan players at Rangers, so my bad. Woo Woo is saying, "Oh, Woon."
Yeah, I swear you're not saying. No, that's believe me. That's yeah.
I think Gerrard's record in terms of success to failure with signing has been very good. Almost all of them have worked out well. Yeah, that's fair shout, that, mate. I haven't really considered that fact. So, yeah, that's a good shout, mate. Any comment on that, JD?
Oh, well, believe me, Gerrard is better than what advertised. He's gonna do better than Lampard. That's all.
So you agree? So that's a perfect comment to respond to. Do you think Gerrard will hit the ground running like Rodgers?
Yeah, he's gonna do similar to Rodgers. Maybe not the score lines and stuff, because Rodgers was already known and coached big teams and has the experience. But he's gonna do very good in similar veins because he's an attacking manager. And I think attacking might suit them a little bit more. You know, they have good players, and with his additions, I think he's going to do good.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll just read the last couple of comments out, guys, and then we'll call it right. One is saying some of them could down tools, but they have a lot of experienced pros like Davis, Anfield,
Balogun, yeah.
And some players were there before Gerrard came, like Tavernic and Morelos. I think they'll be fine. Morelos concerns me, to be fair, because I don't think he was. I think Steven Gerrard had to do a bit of putting an arm around him to get the best out of him, and that might not work with the next manager. But yeah, that's a fair shout. Most of the other players, I think, would be respectful and give the chance to the new manager. They need to get they need to get a good coach as they can stay ahead of Celtic and continue to do well in Europe too. Yeah, fair shout, mate. That's fair shout. See what else we've got here. Anything good? All I can say about Stevie J is money talks. That's from No Castellon. Yeah, that's fair shout, mate. I think there is money talks, but the question is, does he need the money? Or are you implying that the money talks and he's gone because he'll have a bigger budget to spend? Is that? Do you think that's what he's getting at, JD?
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I think he means money overall, bigger money to spend, bigger money received in his own pockets and stuff. Yes, yeah. I think, but it's okay. It's okay. You know, we will see. You know.
Yeah, fair dues. Maybe I'm just thinking, obviously, he doesn't need a bigger paycheck. That's my point. He doesn't need more money for earnings, does he, mate? He should have earned enough from being a football player.
Well, you never know. Money can't finish, you know. Yes, it can't finish.
Sam Thornton, hi mate. How are you doing? Hi Sam, thanks for dropping in, mate. We're pretty much done now with the stream, but I'm just trying to read out a few comments. But thanks, Sam, for dropping in, mate. Guys, please go and click this link. This is for JD's show later on. I've just dropped it in. I'll drop it in again. Go and hit that link and go and drop JD some likes on his next video. Even if you don't want to particularly watch every video that he does, he's a top guy, a good friend, and obviously we try to work together to help each other. So go and show him some support on his channel and have a good look at the stuff. Don't just judge off the first video, guys, on his channel, because he may have a Jamaican video listed and you might not be a Jamaican fan. But he does plenty of other stuff, and there's some great debates that result in the Jamaican debates. So he might start off a show about Jamaican football, but it could end up into debate in the Premier League. I'm just saying to some of the guys,
a lot of wars as well. So if you love the high energy, you can definitely check in. So high energy, something that most people never saw in their lives before. So it's a place to check in. High energy fights.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely, guys, go and show JD some support, because, like I say, he's a good friend, and I'm always happy to help him, and he's always happy to help me. Proper team guy, so go and show him some support. Woo is saying no.
He's responding to me. He's responding to me. Yeah, no more comments are here, man. Noel Castellon.
Big fan of Gerrard, but the way he left is very poor. I do get that. That's probably the feeling of most Scottish fans. RG Boop 31 likes. Thank you very much, guys. That's really appreciated. That really is massively helpful to the channel. Thank you very much. And another one would definitely have come, but take the top 6, Villa and Newcastle, out of it, and there's not a lot of good jobs left for him where he can choose real success. Well, yeah, maybe, but I was thinking maybe he might have been, well, there's one I'd chuck out there, and that's maybe potentially Arsenal if Arteta doesn't make it. But yeah, that's a good shout from Wun. I think he's laughing at that. Right, so Noel is saying I'll be in. Right, there you go, guys. So that's about it from me and JD. Thank you very much. Like I say, guys, please do consider it in a like. If you're new, please do consider subscribing. Also, go over to JD's channel. Obviously, JD's done previous streams with me, and he's got a lot going on in his own stuff. He's obviously got.
I'm gonna arrive again, guys. Don't worry yourself. We're gonna arrive. We're gonna do a watch along stream together.
Yeah,
think, and in an English Premier League one of these weeks. So just stay tuned and subscribe and hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. You're here. Just support our brother's grind, man. Thanks for that, Jada. I'm just pointing out that obviously the fans might not always see us streaming together, but it doesn't mean to say we're not constantly trying to work together. No, they know it's a busy place. They know it's a busy place, and sometimes I said I'm gonna do something. I am the man of my word, but I can't have so much word.
Yeah, no.
Because a lot of things I said I'm gonna do, I can't even fulfill them. From last week, I'm struggling to pay for tickets do charities and all sort of things with my work and my kid and my wife and stuff, you know. Yes, it's very hard. It's very, very hard. But from I told the people that I'm going to do it, I try to get everything in sync. And I'm still not done, but hopefully I can finish for the rest of the week. It's taking a lot of time, but it will be done though.
Well, like I say, guys, me and JD, obviously, we do our own thing on our channels, but we work together and we're team players and we're trying to be supportive. So if you're following me, if you like my content, I really appreciate your support. Obviously, I've got a lot of work to do to get anywhere near the kind of level that JD is at. But like I say, JD is a really good friend and he's been helping me learn. So if you support me, please do go and support JD as well, because like I say, he's a team guy and he's a very good friend, and I always appreciate you guys showing me support, and if you can also show JD support. It's like I say, we may not always stream together constantly because we have our own interests and our own lives going on, stuff going on in our own lives is what I'm getting at, but we're always trying to help each other and always trying to work together when we can find the time to. So even if you don't always see us streaming together for a couple of weeks, it doesn't mean we're not trying to still help each other. So seriously, guys, we do try to be team effort is what I'm getting at. Football is a team sport, and me and JD try to be teamwork together where we can. So guys, please do click the link and go and show JD some support, and thanks for all your positive comments. Please understand, guys, that I might not be perfect at reading comments when I've got obviously company on the channel, but I keep the more I do these kind of streams with obviously fans on, you guys coming on and JD coming on, then the better I'll get at it. So please understand that I'm working to improve and I keep pushing to improve. But thanks a lot, guys, to all your comments in the chat. Thanks to JD for joining us, much appreciated. And we'll let JD have a final word before we call it a day. You get the final word, mate?
No, thanks everyone that actually came over, and thanks to the individuals that's here as well. You guys made it a pretty fun one, and unknown, always supportive. Make sure I don't miss anyone. Jpopg. Clearly I had troubles talking about your name at first. Thanks to the support. Javan, Man of God. Pretty much everyone that turns up from the channel. Hope you guys please do subscribe, because you don't know how it goes. So, sometimes people put in the work, but sometimes the other channels, then because they are massively bigger, they cloud people that's actually doing work as well. So if you can just drop a subscribe. As what he said, even if you're not watching the content, just drop the subscribe so the exposure can go there for the channel, and you never may know. You might come back in a year time, and this is one of the places that you're going to have some of your best conversations. So just subscribe, man, all right? So once you're coming over from the channel and once you're viewing, just subscribe, you know? It don't hurt, yeah, and just hit the like button, yeah.
Thank you very much, mate, and it's been great having you on, JD, because I've been wanting to get you on the show for a few weeks, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I think about 2 months, to be honest.
Yes.
We've been passing shadows because we've both been so busy.
Yes,
massive shout out to all you guys in the chat. Really appreciate you guys that have come over from IMAX It Football. Thank you very much for coming and showing some support. It's very much appreciated. To all my normal fan den followers, really appreciate you coming, getting involved. Please do go and show JD some support and drop some likes on his stream for later as well, guys. And thank you very much to everybody who's contributed in the chat. Really appreciate it. Like I say, as I keep working and improving, I'll get better at involving you guys in the chat when I've got guest fans on and guests like JD coming, joining me to help make the show more interesting for you guys. But you guys
it looks like your stalker went over my channel and go and put a dislike on my video. My video doesn't even start. And he puts one dislike. Hey, stalker, don't play with me now. I'm not the right person to play with.
Don't worry, mate. I know exactly who it is. You know who it is. He was involved in Fandom a while back. He did some very inappropriate stuff, so I blocked him.
Well, tell him don't play with me, all right? Don't play with my like target, all right? Don't play with my like target, boy.
He looks like a child, mate. He's a grown man. He's a grown man. He looks like a child.
But that's okay. Let's leave him alone. All right, then. So thanks, people, for coming in and make it a great one.
Yeah, you guys have helped contribute to making it a good show, so thank you very much for that. Thanks to JD, and hopefully, guys, I'll see some of you later on JD's show. But that's it for me for now, guys. Appreciate all the likes, all the comments, and all your interaction. Take care, guys. All the best.